All right, and welcome back, guys. It is time. This video has been a long time in the making. We have spent a very long time grinding for this video. Probably one of the most effort I've had to do for any video I've made on this channel. But as you can see by the title, we have gotten Dark Ops Master, our triple Dark Ops Master, whatever you like to call it. And we're going to go through in this video and kind of show you what exactly that is, all of the different Dark Ops Mastery calling cards in this video, and the rewards you unlock along the way while you are going for this. Before we get into this video, if you're someone who watches a lot of my content and hasn't subscribed yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would do so, especially if you want to see more of this in the future. Only about 20% of the people who watch my content are subbed here, and we're working on the grind for 30k subs right now. I've also got some amazing shirts and other apparel linked in the description if you're looking for some amazing shirts to wear while grinding this game. Dark Ops Master was something that was added in Black Ops 4. There was a Zombies Dark Ops Master, and there was also a multiplayer Dark Ops Master. And in that game, you needed to get every single Dark Ops in the game to get the Dark Ops Mastery. They did change it up a little bit in this game. You don't necessarily need every single Dark Ops because they have added some insane Dark Ops in this game that are a lot harder than Dark Ops we have seen in previous games. So to make up for that, they've toned down the mastery requirements for some of these Dark Ops. So as I was saying, to achieve this, you do have to get every other Dark Ops in that category, or at least most of them. So starting off with campaign, you do actually need all 6 Dark Ops from campaign to get the Dark Ops Mastery calling card. These challenges aren't too hard. Like I said, we completed every single challenge, not just the Dark Ops, all of the storyline challenges as well. In one 5-hour and one 6-hour live stream, we completed all of these, and on top of that, we got all the Dark Ops. So if you're looking to get the easiest Dark Ops Mastery challenge, you definitely want to do the campaign. It is the easiest, and it is the one most people have. Now, to be able to see the Dark Ops Mastery, though, you do have to go into this calling card menu. You can't actually see it in the Dark Ops screen like you were able to in Black Ops 4. But if we go down here at the very end, as you can see, we have the campaign Dark Ops Master. Complete all Dark Ops challenges. And as I was saying, in campaign, you do actually have to get all 6. This isn't like the other 2 modes where you're able to skip select ones. But yeah, for the Dark Ops Master campaign, gotta get all 6 of them. Now, the second mode we're gonna be talking about is the zombies, and the zombies is actually a little bit harder to see. You've got to kind of go into the challenge menu, go over here to the Dark Ops. But as you can see here in this menu, I am currently missing 3 Dark Ops challenge, but I do have Dark Ops Master. Now, the reasoning for this is at launch, there were 11 Dark Ops challenges specifically for the zombies game mode. However, they also had 2 Dead Ops Arcade Dark Ops. And since Dead Ops Arcade is in the zombies menu, they just kind of added these Dark Ops challenges in with the actual other zombie Dark Ops. So that's what these 2 here. These are Dead Ops Arcade Dark Ops challenges here. But on top of that, you can see one that I'm missing up here, and this is the hardest actual zombies Dark Ops challenge that is not a Dead Ops Arcade challenge. This is for getting a total of 1 million total zombie kills. We are currently working for that, but that is not a short thing. It's something that takes a little bit of time. We're grinding for it, and this challenge was going to make it, so we are going to end up actually getting Dark Ops Master and Zombies quite a bit later, because it's going to take a while to get 1 million kills. We're not even quite halfway there yet. But fortunately for us, with the new map they released a new Dark Ops for completing the Easter egg on FIREBASE-Z. So since they added this, you still only need 11 total Dark Ops in this category to get Dark Ops Master. So you can skip the 2 Dead Ops Arcade ones, and you can skip the 1 million kills and get the Dark Ops Mastery calling card. Now, this Dead Ops Arcade one isn't the hardest thing ever. If I really wanted to shoot for this in a couple of days, I feel like I could achieve this. This one's for killing the mama back without going down, and your downs only count when you get into the mama back arena. However, I'm not a huge Dead Ops player, and I really don't want to go for that struggle, especially if it's just going to get me a calling card I'm never going to use, because we've already essentially completed this entire category with the Mastery calling cards. And then this is a Dark Ops that I am never going to get, and the majority of people who play this game will never get. I think a very small handful of people will ever get this. If you look on the leaderboards now, I think we're up to like 9 people who have actually achieved this. This is getting a total of 1 billion score in Dead Ops Arcade, which is like almost 2 weeks of in-game time. Getting this one calling card is harder than doing everything else in the game times 2. You could unlock every other calling card, every other Dark Ops, DM Ultra, Dark Aether, all the cosmetics, everything, all that. You could do that 2 times over and still not put enough time in to get this one calling card. So obviously, we're not going to get this. This calling card is crazily unbalanced. It is a lot harder than the 1 million kills. A lot of people think the 1 million zombies kills is a big time sink. This right here is absolutely nothing compared to this behemoth sitting down here. And luckily, they had the foresight to realize a lot of people aren't going to want to be playing Dead Ops Arcade, so they made it possible for you to still get the Dark Ops Master calling card in zombies without getting that calling card. If we go down here, you can see that we do have the Dark Ops Master in zombies, and this one actually reads off complete 11 Dark Ops challenges. Obviously, it means 11 Dark Ops challenges in the zombie game mode, and there's no specific order you have to do this. You just have to complete any 11 in that category. So the 11 that I unlocked that I showed you there are probably the easiest there, and I did kind of explain how to unlock these a little bit more in my other video I made on this that will be linked in the description. And overall, the Zombies Dark Ops Master, now that they added this new one, is pretty easy, and I think the majority of people could get it with a little bit of grinding. It is nowhere near as hard as the multiplayer one. This is something that I think is in range for a lot of players to get within a weekend, or maybe a couple of weekends if they really shot for it. But now we move into the hardest Dark Ops Mastery to achieve in this game, and this is the multiplayer Dark Ops Mastery. Now with this, you are able to skip one single Dark Ops challenge. Now the reason for this one is this one that we don't have right here is extremely hard, and if you're not playing in kind of reverse boosted lobbies or session joined lobbies, it is near impossible. This calling card that we don't have, this one multiplayer Dark Ops we don't have, is for getting a nuclear medal with 21 different weapons with every single kill coming from that weapon. So not only do you have to get a 30 kill streak, it has got to be with one single weapon. You can't switch to a secondary, you can't do any of that. All 30 kills have to come from the weapon you are using, and you've got to do that with 21 different classes of weapons. And on top of that, if you're playing a game mode like Domination that splits between modes, that won't count either. So this one is just very hard, especially with skill-based matchmaking, to get 21 nukes with different weapons, all of the kills coming from the weapon, is insane. This would be something that would be quite a bit challenging in even a normal COD without skill-based matchmaking. But once you include skill-based matchmaking into this challenge becomes nigh impossible. Now it is very easy actually if you do session joined lobbies or kind of reverse boosted lobbies. This calling card becomes extremely easy to get, but we haven't quite done that yet to get that. I'm not sure if we really want to do that. Still something I'm debating on if we want to go ahead and get that. But I can tell you right now, I'm not getting 21 nukes with different weapons in this game in the multiplayer. I can barely stand it. I can barely stand to play much more of it as it is. I'm not going to suffer through this thing right here without session joined lobbies. But fortunately for us, we actually don't need it because, like I said, they realized how insane this challenge was, and it is not included in getting the Dark Ops Mastery for multiplayer. All you need is the other 12 Dark Ops in the game, which some of these are actually really easy. All of these killer ones are actually really easy if you play Nuketown. Nuclear killer, you got to get a nuke, and nuked out you'll get if you get that. This is getting a 30 kill streak and free for all without dying. Some of these are a little challenging, but these aren't the most insane things ever. The reason this one's harder than zombies is you got to get the nuked out, the nuclear killer, and the thrown back grenade, which some of those things are kind of just happens chance, and it's not like a zombies game where you can just kind of go into zombies and kind of target a specific challenge and get it done. Some of these kind of rely on what enemies you're playing against, what they're using and whatnot, so it is a little bit more difficult. But once you do complete all 12 of those and you go to your calling cards, you got to go multiplayer, you got to scroll down here, you will see the Dark Ops Master calling card. It does say complete all Dark Ops challenges, but you are allowed to skip one because they realized very few people are going to get the very nuclear calling card without reverse boosting. So essentially they were just like, you know, we're just going to make it where that one doesn't really count, because if we made this a requirement, people are just going to have to reverse boost for that, and they didn't really want to do that. So there you go. So as you can see, no new calling cards to unlock here in the multiplayer menu. We go all the way down, 105 of 105. That is the Dark Ops Master calling card. Zombies, you get the Dark Ops Master calling card for zombies, and campaign, you get the Dark Ops calling card. I myself was really hoping for kind of like a Grand Master or maybe a Dark Ops Master. We haven't really seen anything like that. If any company was going to do it, it was going to be Treyarch, because they're kind of the ones who push the bounds on stuff like this. They were the first company to add the Dark Ops in the game, the first publisher to have kind of the mastery camo and stuff like that. And I would have loved to see a Dark Ops Mastery calling card, where if you got all 3 Dark Ops in all 3 modes, you would be able to get some sort of calling card that was, you know, probably the best calling card in the game. Because how could you not have, because if they were going to add a calling card like that, how could you not make it the best calling card in the game? You'd have to get Dark Ops Master for all 3 modes. Who knows? There's a chance they still add it. I think the chances of adding it is like very close to 0, maybe none, but it would be just kind of, you know, something really nice to put in here for the people who actively grind this game and kind of unlock everything in a Call of Duty. And I mean, it's kind of the next logical step, because as you remember, Black Ops 3 was the first Call of Duty to have Dark Ops, and then in Black Ops 4 they took it a step farther and made Dark Ops Master, And I was hoping, you know, they do it again and go another step forward where it'd be Dark Ops Master, but no. All you get is these 3 calling cards. I think the one I'm gonna personally be rocking is the Dark Ops Master one right here, just because it's the rarest, because the multiplayer one's a lot harder to get than the zombies and the other 2. But I can see myself potentially rocking the zombies one as well, because this is another one. It looks really good, and not everyone has it, and people know that you went through the trouble of getting all of the Dark Ops challenges in that. And campaign, I ran this when I first got it, but like I said, this one is pretty easy to get in, and anyone can get it within a few different gaming sessions. It's still a really cool looking calling card nonetheless. But with that, boys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you here. Maybe next year, maybe next Treyarch game we'll eventually see a Dark Ops Master, but as it stands now, there is no sort of ultimate mastery camo in this game, and I don't think it is going to be added. But yeah, but with that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with a question. What Dark Ops Masters have you unlocked? Have you unlocked all 3 of them in this game? If so, why'd you waste that much time? Why'd you do that to yourself? Why did you take all of that time to do that? I'm genuinely curious. Obviously we did it, but we did it for science here to see if we could get you know, all 3. We generally just like unlocking things. And if you don't have all of the Dark Ops Mastery calling cards, which ones are you personally shooting for and want to get? The multiplayer one, the calling card I've been rocking for a while, and it personally is just an amazing calling card that I see myself using probably for the rest of this game's life cycle. But with that, boys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys next time.